What up, everyone? Nate the Great Reviews here with the Comeback King, and we
Yo.
are we are ranking all the Marvel movies up to, is it Phase 4 that we're at right now?
Phase 4 just ended today. Or
All right,
yesterday. So yeah, we're
yeah,
1 to 4.
it's been a pretty rough phase.
It has. But there's been some good moments. It's had its high highs, low lows, and just mostly mid stuff.
Yeah, especially the Disney Plus shows.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, well, if you want to go ahead, you can start off with the first one on your list if you want.
All right. So for 41, I have I Am Groot. So I don't know if you feel the same, but it just feels pointless. Like I I
Oh
feel
yeah,
yeah, I feel like if this wasn't made, nobody would have thought anything of it, and like
yeah,
it doesn't affect the story at all. Like
no,
and
and nothing really happens
yeah,
like
nothing
at all.
happens. Like the one highlight I remember isn't even Groot, it's seeing Rocket. That was my favorite part. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's all I got to say about I Am Groot. I don't really got much to say on that. Now, I know some people put this higher cuz they have more problems with the other shows or movies, and they don't really have any problems with this because it's meant to be lighthearted and fun, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I think that's unnecessary, and it doesn't really. And if it wasn't there, I would have been fine.
We wouldn't have cared.
Yeah, exactly. Coming in at 40 is What If. Now, this has one season right now, and I do kind of like this show, but it's my biggest problem with this show is the, partly that it doesn't really matter, kind of like I Am Groot, except a little more. But it's so inconsistent. The inconsistency is just like I'd say it's easily the most inconsistent Disney Plus show out there for Marvel.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you agree or not, but they're just like Phase
uh,
4.
I, I I do and I don't because I really didn't like Moon Knight. I thought that was pretty inconsistent as well.
Yeah, I do think I do kind of agree on that, but we'll get to Moon Knight eventually. But
Yeah.
well, eventually for me at least. But yeah, I just feel like it was very inconsistent and like just like Phase 4, high highs, low lows, and the low lows I felt those lows for
Yeah,
this.
they're definitely the lowest that's ever been.
Yeah, I but I definitely felt those lows in this show. And we're gonna have two more seasons of it, so maybe it will go higher. I don't know, but as of right now, this is just kind of where it sits.
They need to just take more risks. I don't know. I felt like the. Did you watch the Doctor Strange episode?
Yeah, yeah, I watched the whole thing. Yeah, I
Yeah, I
thought
think
that
that
was
was like.
good.
Yeah, that was like the only good episode out of the whole season.
Well, I love the zombie episode. I'm so happy about that
Oh yeah,
Marvel
I
show.
forgot about that.
Yeah, I have it on my slideshow as the final show coming out for yeah.
Oh
So
shit. Yeah, that was a pretty good episode too, actually. I can't lie.
yeah, because it was like I don't know how to describe it. It was just really cool, and we're getting a spin-off series of it, so that'll be fun.
I did not know that. Fuck. Is it like animated, I'm assuming?
Yeah, it's animated. It's gonna be 4 episodes, but there's a reason for that
Yeah, it doesn't
because
need to go on for too
no, it
long.
it doesn't because it's a zombie apocalypse, and those don't go on too long, and there's very little characters remaining, and you know they're gonna die pretty quickly. So,
Yeah.
because I think
All
like,
right.
oh yeah, yeah,
Or,
never mind.
sorry, no, it's okay. What were you gonna say?
Oh, so they posted so 3 characters survive at the end. I believe it was Spider-Man, Black Panther, and Ant-Man. I think he was a head, just a floating head. But then they posted at D23 um for their Marvel anime or TV show or animated panel that there was a survivor group with like Shang-Chi, Kate Bishop, Yelena. I can't remember everybody, but yeah, those are the characters remaining. So And there's a Captain Marvel zombie, so I don't think they're gonna last long at all. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I think people might get burnt out on that.
Yeah, yeah, which is good. I like how it's 4 episodes. I don't think it has to be 6 like all the others, but enough about Marvel zombies. Let's have you talk.
Alrighty. So I only have 38 on my list because I didn't watch Thor: The Dark World and I didn't watch Miss Marvel. So coming in at number 38 is Loki.
Loki?
Yeah, I really didn't like the show, man.
Oh my
Well,
god.
they basically retcon the character, and he basically,
Yeah, that's
when
true.
you really think about it, he's not the Loki that we knew from like Infinity War and Ragnarok. They make him forget everything. I really didn't like that. That like I don't know, man. That just killed the whole show for me.
Yeah, that it wasn't that our Loki.
Yeah,
I
and
can see that.
The girl Loki was not my favorite at all. I did
Oh
not like
god,
her.
no. I did not like Sylvie that much.
I thought the performances by Tom Hiddleston and Owen Wilson were good, but I don't know, man. Story wise, I just didn't like it.
All right, that was a big surprise to me. I'm sure we'll find more of that later on, but
So Loki is tied with the Guardians special because I didn't know where to put that.
oh,
So yeah, I don't know.
I
It just felt like I Am Groot to me. It just felt you like worthless. I didn't feel like watching it really when I was watching it. I didn't like it.
okay. So, okay, so that's your tied for 28/27 or 38/37.
Well, that was basically just a tie at 38.
Oh, okay. So that's why you don't have 39 since you've only seen 2. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah.
You can you can go ahead if you want.
All right. For my 39, I have Thor: The Dark World, the only movie you haven't seen. I don't
I
want
don't
to.
feel like I'm missing much.
Yeah, you're not. You're not. But I'm not gonna go too in depth with this one, or not really in depth at all, because you haven't seen it, and if you ever want to watch it, I want you to. Well, you're not really gonna get surprised by it, but I want you to enjoy it for yourself. But I will
Yeah,
say
I mean,
the
probably
villain.
not even worth. It's probably not even worth talking about.
Yeah, it's not. But I do want to say though that this movie is very mediocre, and it has the probably the worst villain in the entire MCU. Taskmaster. But here's the thing: both the villain in this movie and Taskmaster got wasted.
Yeah, Taskmaster was a. At first, I was interested, and then as the movie went on,
Yeah, I
I
was not.
just. And I'm pretty sure Taskmaster isn't a chick.
Yeah, no, he's a. It's actually really cool in the comics. He's super cool in the comics,
Yeah,
but
like I mean, I'm not trying to be sexist or
I
anything,
know,
but
I
like
know.
we're just changing it for no reason. Like,
Yeah, like it, it, it felt very forced, and I wish that they did more like the comics. But
oh yeah,
anyways, Thor: The Dark World. Yeah, that's all I gotta say on that. And can I do my 38 since you did your 39 and 38 technically?
yeah,
Okay. So my 38 is the first Thor. Yeah, my 2 least favorite MCU movies are both Thor movies.
yeah. The first one was not entertaining whatsoever.
And and it's very tonally inconsistent too. Like there's no clear villain, no sense of urgency, none of that.
I thought the beginning with the frost giants were kind of cool, but like after that, it
Yeah.
got kind of
When Thor goes to
boring.
Earth, it goes straight downhill.
I need a horse.
Give me one of those strong enough to ride on. Okay.
Yeah, I don't blame you for putting that so low. I do have it a bit higher on my list, but the only reason why is because there's a lot of stuff I didn't like, and I like Thor more.
Okay. That's fair. All right. What is your number 37?
Oh man, you're probably gonna hate me after this one.
All right, we'll
Moon
see.
Knight,
It,
Moon Knight, Moon Knight.
okay, so here's the thing about that. I can see why people don't like some of. I can like was when I when She-Hulk first came out, I really liked it. But over time, I saw its flaws. But at the time, I was like, I understand why people don't like this, but I like it.
Yeah, I thought She-Hulk was a lot better than Moon Knight,
I mean, that's okay. I didn't, but I
but I
guess
didn't like Moon Knight just because I thought the story was very all over the place. I thought the pacing was pretty bad. I didn't. I usually like Ethan Hawke. I think he's a really good actor, but I did not think he was a good villain in this. And the other than the fight scene
oh yeah, the fight
in
scenes are good.
oh well, to me the first fight scene was all right, but after that they don't really show much of it.
Yeah, they needed more of Moon Knight, not Mr. Knight.
Yeah, it cut away every time he went to stab someone. It would cut away him.
I know.
I know
Like,
it's a PG show, like you don't have to show blood, but
yeah, you
he's
don't.
fighting like demons, so why can't there be like something? You know what I mean?
I mean, he kind of brutalizes that first demon at the end of the first episode. Do you remember that in like the museum where he brutalizes it in the bathroom?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like I think that was like the best
Yeah,
fight,
yeah.
even though it wasn't really a fight scene, but
It was him running away, and then he's like, "Oh, I can beat him." So he,
and I thought the costume design for Moon Knight
oh
was
yeah,
pretty
it's
well done. Like,
amazing.
yeah, but that's basically why I didn't like it, and it's so low just because I had really high hopes for it. I thought the trailer was really good, and then it just, didn't meet my expectations.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I even set a reminder on my phone when I saw that first trailer. I was like, "You gotta watch it," and I didn't because I was so busy and forgot about it. So
I'm I'm curious where it is on your list.
it's gonna be a little later. But all right, are you done with Moon Knight, or do you have anything else to add?
No, I'm pretty burnt out on talking about that show, honestly.
Yeah, I will say though, it is sad that one of the actors for that show died because he there could have been a season 2 of that show and he could have been Midnight Man, Moon Knight enemy or villain. So, but it is
Was he
sad.
who was he in the show? I can't remember.
I forget. He wasn't Arthur Harrow, Ethan Hawke. He was. I don't remember who he was. I'm sorry, but
No, it's okay. He was probably like Ethan Hawke's like little
yeah, yeah.
side villain or
For
something.
like one episode though, when they're like at the ice rink or something.
Oh, I remember that now.
Yeah, it. I don't know.
Okay.
That's all I have to say on Moon Knight before I get to it. But my 37. Oh, did you have something?
No, I'm good. You can
Okay,
go.
37 is Captain Marvel.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. I just I just think that this movie was like the main character is written to where she has amnesia and like she doesn't know who she is and people keep telling her what to do and stuff like that.
It
And
makes you really hard to. It
yeah,
makes it really hard to care about her.
yeah, cuz and she's so much more powerful than everybody else. It's like what's the point? I guess it is cool seeing Nick Fury for a little bit, but I mean,
He got his eye scratched out by a cat.
yeah. Yeah, it gave us questions we didn't necessarily need answers to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was one of those things where it was kind of cool that you didn't know and they left it anonymous.
Yeah, and Winter Soldier, like, but then Captain Marvel. But I will say, I I also this movie also kind of makes me think like, have we been seeing the real Nick Fury all these years? This one in Spider-Man: Far From Home, it's like, is this the real Nick Fury that we've been seeing all these years? Like, it really makes me think about that.
But does he feel different to you?
No, 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 not that he's younger, just that the scrolls and all that. Cause remember Nick Fury was a scroll in No Way Home or Far From Home.
Was it Far From Home? I can't. Oh yeah, at the was it the post credit scene?
pretty sure when they're in like the car. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I haven't seen that movie in
Yeah.
a long time. I can't remember.
Yeah, but it makes me question if this is the real if we've been seeing the real Nick Fury or not. But that's a whole different story for another day. What is your 36?
We'll get our answers for that in Secret Invasion. Hopefully, I'm
Oh
excited.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
so pumped for that.
yeah, yeah. Okay, but what is your 36?
um, 36 is I Am Groot, and we kind of already talked about that, so I'm just
Yeah.
gonna skip over it.
All right, that's fine.
Um, my 35 is She-Hulk. um, I did like that the show is like very self-aware. It knew what show it wanted to be.
Yeah.
It didn't take itself too seriously. And I really did enjoy the parts with Daredevil because
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw them. Did you see the Netflix Daredevil?
No, I tried to watch one episode of it, but then I was like, okay, I don't want this to affect my opinion on the MCU Daredevil, but I will watch it one day, I promise.
Oh,
I have seen the 2003 Daredevil.
I personally love that movie.
I know you're a big Daredevil fan. I can't even imagine how excited you are for Born Again.
Oh, apparently it's going to be rated R. Apparently.
What?
That's what I keep hearing.
What?
If it is rated R, just like the Netflix show, because that was rated R, I
That
think it will
was?
be good.
Wow, I did not know that. I heard like rumors of it, but I didn't think it was real.
Well, I heard rumors. I don't know if it's legit or not, but like people keep talking about it. So,
Okay.
but yeah, She-Hulk. I did like the. I wouldn't call it an introduction because Matt Murdock was in No Way
No Way
Home
Home, yeah,
at
yeah.
the,
I'd say it's
but
more of an introduction for Daredevil rather than Matt Murdock himself.
yeah, and I think the Daredevil suit actually looked pretty good,
Oh yeah, I
and
love that mustard.
I like the way that him and She-Hulk bounced off each other. It was pretty
Yeah.
cool. But overall, I didn't care for all the attorney stuff because I don't really care for She-Hulk.
Yeah,
If that makes sense.
that does.
If you When they do the whole attorney thing in Daredevil, I enjoy it a lot more.
Yeah, because the writers of that show, I think, actually know what like they're doing with the court scenes. But She-Hulk, they flat out admitted, we don't have no idea. They just got lawyered.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not a bad show, but it's just at the bottom because I didn't really find any rewatchability in it. Also,
Yeah, but Scar's hairline.
all right, you can go if you want.
All right, 36 for me is Black Widow.
Wow, I was
Yeah,
not expecting that.
yeah.
Explain yourself.
Okay. I was just wondering if you wanted me to. But okay, so Black Widow. So this was a very big movie at the time because we had gone 2 years straight pretty much without movies. We had Disney Plus shows at the beginning of the year, but pretty much 2 years straight of no Marvel movies whatsoever. And then when Black Widow came out, people were all super excited for it. Then they realized, oh, this is just a normal spy thriller with a really, really, really bad villain and some good characters. I feel like Scarlett Johansson got sidelined in this movie.
Oh, by her sister?
Yeah, by Yelena, which Yelena's great, but the movie's called Black Widow, and unless they did something like, oh, Yelena's the Black Widow, that would have made more sense. But she's
Yeah.
not, since we know, and it's a prequel. This should have came out in Phase 3, I think. This really should have.
Yeah, it
And
should have came out before she died.
yeah, because we know she's gonna survive, so like, there's no stakes.
Yeah. I did like the fight scenes though.
Yeah, the fight scenes were cool. And Red Guardian was cool. I don't really remember her not mom, but that Draco guy, I just did not like him.
Oh, really?
No, I didn't think he was that good at all.
I thought the acting was good, but like, yeah, the motivation wasn't really there.
No, not at all. And
Uh,
yeah,
that's hilarious. I didn't think that was going to be so low.
Okay. I'm interested to see where it is for you now. What number are you on?
34.
All right, can I do my 35 then?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is kind of the black sheep of the MCU, and now that I said that, you'll probably know what it is. But coming in at 35 is the Incredible Hulk.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is a spicy one. I don't know. It
Yeah,
just.
I don't
Oh,
think Edward Norton was a good choice.
I don't think so either. I think Mark Ruffalo is better.
Yeah, I'm not huge on him either, honestly.
I think he's better than Edward Norton at least. I think he brings his own flavor to the Hulk role that's been played by many people.
Other than did you see the Hulk movie that came out in like 2003?
Yes, I did.
That was a pretty. I don't even know what to call that movie.
It's just Hulk. Oh,
Yeah,
you
but
mean like
I can see why you don't like Incredible Hulk that much. Other than the fight scene with Abomination, it's pretty. I don't know. It's kind
yeah,
of boring.
but the thing is, that's at the end of the movie. So every time I rewatch this movie, I'm just sitting through it being like, when are they gonna get to Abomination? When are they gonna get to Abomination? And then it finally
Yeah,
happens, and the movie's over. So
he should have been in it a lot more.
he is, but not as Abomination.
I forget
Emil
the
Blonsky,
guy's name. Yeah.
Tim Roth. His voice in She-Hulk is terrible. All right, like
I
calm
think
down, calm down. I don't like it.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, but what is your 34? Because my 34 is a very hot take, so I'm interested to see what yours is.
My 34 is Hawkeye.
Wow, I did not think that many people disliked Hawkeye. I'll be honest.
So, since you haven't seen the Daredevil show on Netflix, I wasn't sure if you knew. So, you know Kingpin's in
Yeah,
Hawkeye,
yeah, I know
right?
Kingpin. I know Kingpin.
Yeah.
I
But
know a lot about.
That's the same actor from the rated R version, and then they brought him in here, and
Hmm.
then they just like kill him off right
Oh no,
away.
he's not dead. He's not dead.
I know, but it was just the way they treated him. Like they didn't
Yeah,
really do anything with him.
I know, I know.
I did like the banter between Hawkeye and Kate. I thought that was really good.
Yeah,
It
that
wasn't
was good.
it was an enjoyable show to me up until like last couple of pieces of episodes we got. I didn't think it went that good.
Yeah, like yeah, the episode where they introduce Yelena's pretty good, but after that it just goes downhill. I will
It just
admit
gets
that.
like super predictable too, which is not fun to watch.
Yeah, but the first half of it is really good actually.
Yeah, the first couple episodes I did enjoy. Maybe I got my hopes up too much.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot Kingpin was in that. The way they introduced him, like with the cell phone, that was really weird.
Yeah.
But but I
Then he fucking just blows up.
but I just think that I just thought that you would really like this because Kingpin was in it. And I know a lot about Daredevil lore. Like I know about the Frank Miller run and the Jokey run that people hate in the comics.
Yeah.
Like I know
So I
about.
think. Sorry, I couldn't hear you there. You cut out.
Oh, that's my bad. I'm bringing the mic closer.
So yeah, basically that's my number 34. What number are you at now?
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's always been on my end, and we never knew it.
Yeah, it took a while to set up.
Yeah, it did. It took a long time.
So what's up next for you?
34, and you're probably gonna hate me for this. Thor: Love and Thunder.
Ooh, it is pretty low. I don't
Yeah,
blame you though.
I loved this movie when it first came out. I was like, oh, this movie's better than Ragnarok. This movie's top 10. It aged like milk. It the jokes do not hit. I laughed like maybe two. I laughed more in the Guardians Holiday Special than I laughed this. I thought there were some funny parts in the Guardians Holiday Special, like the rocket thing, Not with like the special, but when he's like, "We're not gonna hurt you. Oh, I'll kill you." I don't know why I thought that was so funny. I just did. And the okay,
There was a couple of funny jokes in there.
yeah, but Thor: Love and Thunder didn't have as many. I think.
I think there was a bit too
Too
much of them
many.
trying to
Yeah.
be funny like usual.
Yeah, like Ragnarok, it actually hit most of the time, but I just didn't feel it with this one.
No, I don't blame you.
Yeah, and they wasted Gore. Natalie Portman, Jane Foster should have gotten her own movie, and now she's
I'm
dead. So,
Oh, we'll talk about that one when I get to it. Fuck.
oh, oh boy. All right, 30. Oh, year 33. What would that be?
This one's a fucking rough one.
Oh,
WandaVision.
WandaVision. Oh my god.
Bro, what they did to my man Quicksilver in this show is disgusting.
Yeah, it is. They just
And
waste.
after that, the first act of the show kind of had like a really cool mystery to it.
Yeah,
And
I
then
love that.
after Quicksilver is introduced and then he goes away, I don't know what the fuck happened, but like the show just felt like it was about nothing. And then all of a sudden she fought what's her face at the end of the
Agatha,
show.
Agatha
Yeah.
Harkness, which Agatha's getting her own show.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
But do you remember the part with the beekeeper?
Yeah, I thought that was so. I thought, okay, can I tell you about who I thought the beekeeper was?
Yeah.
Okay, so when I first saw the beekeeper, when I noticed the bees around, I thought that he was going to be this Spider Man villain named Swarm. He's like a bee. You know who that is?
Yeah.
You do? Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I haven't, like, I've seen him in one comic book that I read and I can't remember what it is.
Oh my god. I cannot believe you know who Swarm is.
Have you been like, I'm assuming you've been waiting to see him in the movie or a show.
I mean, not really, because he's so obscure, but when I saw that, I was like, I'm so happy they're going to put Swarm in the MCU. And then they didn't. The Beekeeper was nothing.
Yeah. To this day, I don't know what that scene was about.
Maybe they wanted to introduce Swarm, but they scrapped it. I doubt that. I doubt it, though, because Swarm is, like, super obscure.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's all I really got to say about WandaVision. And I thought the Vision fight between Vision and Vision was kind of stupid.
yeah. But hey, we'll see Vision in his own show, too. It's called Vision Quest.
I didn't know that either. What the fuck?
That was recently, so I can understand that.
Alright, a year ago.
All right, 33, another show, Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Oh, that hurt me. Did you do that on purpose just to get a reaction out of me, or you don't like this show?
I just don't like the show. I feel like it should be an easy win for me, but it's not. Do you want to know why?
Yes, sir. Please explain.
I feel like they should have focused on more of the stuff with Isaiah Bradley, because I think that was super good. Like, if they just did, like, Sam Wilson and Bucky with the Isaiah Bradley stuff, this show would be this would probably be my favorite show in the MCU. But they
Oh,
didn't.
I definitely agree with you on that, because the villains weren't that good.
No, they made them more sympathetic than, like, I get John Walker, he's supposed to be like that, but the Flag
Yeah.
Smasher is not. And by the way, they also changed they did the same thing they did with Taskmaster with Flag Smasher.
What's that?
They changed. I don't really care about them changing the gender, but like it. They also made him. The Flag Smasher's like a full-grown adult, whereas in the show is just a kid.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't really care about the gender change, but them changing it into a kid, that's a whole different thing.
I got one thing to ask you. Do you remember the fight that they have in like the shipment yard?
The shipment yard.
It's like full of all the containers and everything.
Who was in
Like all
that
the
fight?
shipping. It was Bucky and one of the Flag Smashers. But I didn't know if you knew this. So when the show came out, I thought the action was really well done, and it shows like Bucky like breaking one of the guy's arms. Well, if you watch it now, for some reason Disney went back and they edited it, like some
What?
of the scenes, so they're not as violent.
They did.
Yeah,
Oh my god. You could have given me a million years and I would have never found that out. Never.
yeah. If you go back and like watch, if you type it in on YouTube, there's like a comparison video you can watch.
Yeah, I would have never found that out. Thank you for sharing that with me.
Yeah, I just found it kind of stupid, but I don't
There's
know.
there's
Maybe people thought it was too violent or something.
I guess so. Okay, there is one more thing I wanted to say about Falcon and Winter Soldier. Sharon Carter, the power broker, completely unnecessary.
Totally agree.
Yep. I
She
think
was pretty hot though.
she was what?
I said she was pretty hot.
Okay, I guess so, but still, it's just it's just unnecessary. Like Sharon Carter is way better to be a hero than a villain. Like she doesn't have to be a villain. Like come on.
Yeah, no, I agree. I actually forgot she was even in that, and I've watched that twice, so that shows how forgettable she is.
I don't think I've rewatched any of the Disney Plus shows. So I'm doing like a whole binge watch of the MCU next year. So I'd be interested to see how the ranking changes.
Yeah, it definitely will change once you watch everything again.
Yep, I bet it will.
Uh, So my number 32 is Hulk.
Oh, okay.
Um, the only thing I have to say about this is I think the way that Hulk is presented, like I think his build and how he looks is the best he's ever been.
Yeah, I'd
But
say so too.
other than that, I really it was really hard for me to sit through this movie without shutting it off.
Yeah, me too.
There is that cool fight scene when you I can't remember, does Bruce's girlfriend die or something?
No, she doesn't. She's probably gonna
Oh
come back
yeah.
one day. But yeah, she does not. Betty does not die.
That was like the only that and the abomination fight, like those were the only two scenes that I actually remember. The rest of the movie is just I don't know, in the back of my head somewhere.
Probably. All right. Speaking of Hulk, at 32, I have She-Hulk. And you've already talked pretty extensively about this. And do you mind if I go grab water real quick? It's in the same room as me, and it's just over there.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay.
But to keep this podcast going, this is basically all of Phase 4 ranked with the movies and the shows. Like I said at the beginning of the video, this has been a rough phase. And I just hope Marvel starts to get more experimental because everything other than Wakanda Forever, Eternals is pretty good, and
No Way Home.
No Way Home. But
Yeah.
they really need to start doing different shit. I don't know. That's why I like DC a little bit more.
Okay.
But yeah, explain She-Hulk to me.
Oh, you wanted me to? I agree with most of the things you said. However, I did think it was more relatable. I don't know why. I just felt like it. So,
I think it was because it was more grounded.
yeah. Kind of like Hawkeye. Grounded feel.
Yeah. Other than the girl turning into Hulk, that's
Yeah.
not grounded whatsoever. I thought Bruce Banner being in this and like having a kid was really like out of place.
That happens in the comics, but the way they did it in the MCU was really weird because that's not how it happens in the comics.
Why is it so hard for them to just like rip a page out of the comics and just do it? Like,
I think they just try not to copy it, but trying not to completely dive away from it. I feel like there's a nice mix between that.
yeah.
So that's what
Is
I
that
think.
31 is Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh my god.
I fell asleep watching this in the movie theater. I was so bored, dude. Oh my god, I know I should know what to expect from an Ant-Man movie. I know there's going to be comedy and all that, but I didn't find who was the villain? Ghost or
Ghost,
something?
yeah, Ghost, and Bill Foster, Goliath, but he didn't actually turn into Goliath.
Yeah, I don't even have anything to say about it. It's one of those typical Marvel movies. It's easy digest, but it's kind of just boring
All right,
to
that
me.
is perfectly fair. Cause you want to know why?
Why?
My 31 was Ant Man and the Wasp, but now Ant Man and the Wasp is 30. Cause my 31 now is Ant Man.
Oh, okay, okay.
So here's why I like Ant Man 1 better than 2. I just feel like Ant Man 2 brought more to the table than this one. And
Oh, you like the second one better, right?
yeah, I like Ant Man and the Wasp better than Ant Man.
Okay.
I don't know if you feel the opposite. I know you feel the
No,
opposite.
my list is completely opposite.
Yeah, so man, we're like the opposites. We prefer different Ant Man movies. I go back and forth on this one a lot, but at the end of the day, I think that Ant Man and the Wasp is just it has a lot more to it than Ant Man 1.
That's fair. It's
And
just your opinion at the end of the day. I don't get mad at anyone for having different tastes.
I mean, I've gone back and forth with it, so like it could change one day. I don't know. But hey, Quantumania, who knows? Who
When
knows
does
what
that come out? In February?
February 17th, yeah.
Another Marvel movie that looks fucking. I don't know. It just looks like they're going like all balls out with this one.
Yeah. You know what? I'm like, here, we can talk about more about this later, but I'm more excited for the newer stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good thing.
So, can I explain this real quick actually?
Yeah.
Okay, so I am more excited for like the so like some of my favorite movies from this phase were Shang. One of my favorite movies from this new phase was Shang Chi because that was a new character that they did right and they did really well, and I really liked that. So what I want is more of those new characters. Like we're getting a Shang Chi 2. I also want new characters that have not been introduced yet, like Blade. I'm like here's the thing about this new phase. Most of the movies, like I think like 50% of the movies are just sequels to older characters.
Yeah, we need some new characters to come in.
Absolutely. Like we get in the Thunderbolts, which has no new characters. I wish the Thunderbolts was like the Suicide Squad, just completely new characters in the new universe.
Yeah, and maybe like keep a few, but like
Keep
get
a
rid of the
few,
rest.
but yeah, get rid of all. Yeah.
So what number? Where were we again?
Oh, my bad. I got you sidetracked.
I wasn't sure if it was my turn or yours.
I kind of went over my 31 and 30, so you can go over your 30 now. Whatever that
My
is.
third. You're gonna you're gonna fucking laugh at me for this one.
All right, I'm gonna brace myself.
Multiverse of Madness is number 30.
Bro, under Doctor Strange 1,
Oh yeah.
I'm face palming. Oh my
Oh,
god. All right.
I thought this movie would have had so much more excitement to it if they didn't spoil Professor X in the trailer.
Exactly. They needed to do what they did with No Way Home and not spoil any of the major cameos.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if they put Tobey Maguire in the fucking trailer?
Yeah, people would have still gone see it, but it wouldn't have made that much money.
Oh yeah.
But
But Doctor Strange 2, everyone kept calling it like a horror movie. I
it's
know
not
Sam Raimi made it, but it really didn't feel like a horror movie to me.
exactly. It didn't.
There's a bit of like horror elements sprinkled throughout it, but it wasn't a full-fledged horror movie. I don't know. And I personally think that Benedict Cumberbatch is losing interest in being Doctor Strange.
I hope not. I have a feeling Doctor Strange or Thor are gonna die in a future movie, so I hope not. Cause
Maybe.
maybe I don't know. But if that's
But
the reveal,
I did hear Benedict Cumberbatch say in an interview that he literally felt that he said that he was surprised that Doctor Strange 2 was called Doctor Strange 2 because he felt like it was more of a Wanda movie. And I
Yeah.
completely agree with that.
Yeah, that makes sense. It should have been called Scarlet Witch. That's
Yeah.
it.
And you get all the backstory with her and her kids, and we already had that in WandaVision.
Yeah, so why not give her her own movie? And she's probably alive, so like
She's
come
not
on.
a bad character either, but like if they came up with a different villain, I think the movie would have been a lot more enjoyable.
Yeah, have her as like just kind of there. Don't make her like kind
Yeah.
of antagonistic, but don't make her the main villain.
And I thought the writing in this was actually pretty bad. The
Yeah.
only part that I got excited for, I won't go on for this for too long, but before the movie came out, I had a theory that one of the Fantastic Four members were going to be in it.
No, you did
And
not. No,
I
you
did.
didn't. No.
I, but I didn't get it. I didn't get
No.
anything spoiled for me. So I just thought to myself, oh, I don't know. It was just a fun theory I made up in my head. And then when I saw Reed Richards come out, I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. And then he gets killed right away.
I hate that. Okay, so can I tell you a quick story of my favorite theater experience ever?
Yeah.
So it was Doctor Strange 2. The Illuminati was getting introduced, and and Professor X or Baron Mordo, somebody said, the smartest man alive, Reed Richards. He comes out of a teleporter, and everybody starts clapping only because of him. And I'm just like, that was the only time I've ever seen people clap in a theater before. That was the only time ever.
Right? Did you see Endgame in the theaters?
Yeah, and nobody clapped. I saw No Way Home in the theaters and nobody clapped. This is
Oh,
that was the only time I've ever seen anybody clap in the theater, and it was amazing. I clapped right with
that's
them.
funny. That's awesome. That's like one of the best experiences.
Oh yeah, it was amazing. Like
But yeah, I don't know, man. Like Doctor Strange, I had such high hopes for it, and
me too.
it didn't work for me.
Felt like a
But
bit of a
anyways,
letdown.
you can go if you want.
29 Eternals. Well, we got some stuff to talk about.
Well,
The first thing I want to open with is this should have been a Disney Plus show. I think it should have been. And believe me, this was my least
the
favorite.
29.
Huh?
Oh, I couldn't hear you. You cut out there.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, 29 is Eternals.
Explain yourself.
Okay, so here's how I'm going to open this. This should have been a Disney Plus show.
Okay.
Yeah, it would have been, if it was like 11 episodes, one introducing each character to build it up, that would have been amazing. Like, that would have been the best Disney Plus show. Just like Falcon and Winter Soldier. It would be better if they condensed it a little bit. But I don't know. I just feel like they were trying to do too many characters at once, and it just crumbled under the pressure. Like one of the Eternals, when we catch up to them, we they're dead. So we have to see them through flashbacks. So, and the main character is great. I hate the little kid Eternal, Sprite. I hate her so much. Like I did not like this one. You still there? Oh, looks like I got disconnected.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck? I can't hear you.
Wait, did I go through that whole entire explanation and you didn't hear a single word of it?
I didn't hear a thing, but as long as everyone else did, I mean,
I
unless you want to explain it again, but you don't have to.
I don't really want to. I think as long as you watch the video, you'll understand.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let me throw that out of there. Okay. What is your 28? Or are you on 28 right now?
I'm on 29.
Oh, wait, did I go first? Oh, no.
Oh, it's all right.
Okay, you can go two times if you want. You can go 29 and 28.
So my 29 is What If. I'm not going to really talk about it too much, but I really, really did like the Doctor Strange episode. I've watched it at least 3 to 4 times, and zombie episode is really good. And I think there is another episode. Was it the zombie episode that had Ultron?
No, what if Ultron won? That's an episode of Ultron himself.
Yeah, I really liked that episode. The rest of it, I couldn't care less about, but those 3 episodes just put it a bit higher on my list because I enjoyed that more than all of these other ones.
All right, that's fair. I just felt like the inconsistency with what if is really what put it down for me.
Oh no, I agree. The episodes are very like they're set up in a really weird way, if you know what I mean. Like how they're episode 1 and 2 don't flow together good.
Yeah, I don't really like that. So, yeah, that's
Yeah.
I understand what you mean. All right, what is your 28 now? Because mine is kind of a hot take.
My 28 is Captain Marvel. Um,
Wow,
the
that
only
high.
the only thing I liked about this movie and why it is in this spot, I really did not like Brie Larson. I didn't like anything other than the Skrulls. I thought the Skrulls were one of the better villains.
I
I
wish they
actually
were.
found them. What?
I wish they were more like villains. They're kind of like heroes, but I can. Okay, you go on.
Well, the first time I know what you mean, but I don't know. I kind of think of them. I just think of the Skrulls as villains. I can't remember how the movie ends if they turn into heroes. I've only seen the movie once.
Okay,
But yeah, I don't know. There's nothing really else to say other than I like the Skrulls pretty much, and that's about it.
that's
So
fair.
you can go if you want.
Is it 28 now?
Yeah, for you, I guess. Yeah,
Avengers: Age of Ultron. This I know you're gonna be like,
I did. I already made that confused face. I was like, really?
yeah. I feel like it feels like it's trying to be too similar to the first Avengers, where they do like this big build up with all these characters, but it feels like there's too much now. Like Infinity War and Endgame had even more than this, and they did a good job at it. But like this one, it just felt like they were doing way too much, and they didn't know how to do it. Since there's 3 more Avengers in this one, so I don't know. I do
And
think,
Quicksilver getting killed.
yeah, that was the worst thing they could have ever done was kill him off. I do not understand that whatsoever.
Did you like Ultron as a villain?
Yeah, I did. I did. I not as much as like Loki or Thanos, but I did.
Yeah. I was never a huge Loki guy, honestly, but I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, but yeah, I feel like trying to do too much is just whatever.
You got anything else to add?
No, that's really it.
Um, we've already talked about this, so I'm not going to talk about it really at all. There's not too much to say, but this movie has to fit somewhere, and I'm not putting it any higher, and I don't want to put it any lower because I think it's a disgrace to the character. But the first Thor movie is number 27. I do think this is a pretty bad movie, but at the same time, I do think Chris Hemsworth as Thor is pretty much a perfect combination.
Exactly.
And he really carries this movie, his charisma, all of that. But and the fight scenes with the frost giants I thought were pretty cool. But other than that, and the introduction to Hawkeye wasn't bad, but you got to think like back in the day, this shit was a big deal.
Yeah, yeah, that was a really big deal when Hawkeye was introduced.
But yeah, that's all I got to say about Thor.
All right, 27, right?
Yeah.
The Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special.
Ooh, I want to hear this.
I just feel like it was also kind of a waste, but it did get a few laughs out of me, especially that rocket scene.
That was pretty. Everything with Rocket is funny.
Yeah, he's actually pretty deep character when you think about it, and I bet he's gonna get even more deeper. But I love that rocket scene. I love the Friday the 13th joke about the arrow. I loved that. And what else did I laugh at? I think I laughed at the Nebula where she's like, all actors aren't like this.
Was that? I think that was at the beginning, was it?
No, that was at the end when Kevin Bacon starts to leave.
Oh my god, I fucking hated
Yeah, I
that.
did not like the Kevin Bacon thing at all, but I feel.
It's Marvel. They got to bring someone in that's famous.
I mean, they have plenty of people already. So, like, did you know Sylvester Stallone is probably going to be in Guardians 3?
Yeah, he was in the second one.
Yeah, he was in the second one, but he's probably going to be in the third one too.
Fucking guy.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, that's what I felt about Guardians. And your 26 is
Oh, I'm at 25. Oh no, I'm at 26. You're right. My 26 is Ant-Man.
wow.
Um, the very first time watching this movie, I actually really, really liked it. And then I watched it again and it kind of wore off on me. But I really do love the Thomas the Tank Engine fight at the end of the final battle.
With Yellow Jacket, yeah, he might actually
Yeah,
be coming back, but yeah, the fight with Yellow Jacket was really fun.
I thought the guy that played Yellow Jacket wasn't bad. Like I kind of liked how he was very over the top and cheesy and corny.
Yeah,
But other than that, I don't really find Scott Lang to be too interesting of a character. I think the
yeah,
best moments we've had with him emotionally is in Endgame when he's trying to find his daughter.
yeah. That brings out the father in him.
Yeah. Other than that, I've never been a huge Ant-Man guy, and I don't know. The movie's a pretty good. It's a pretty good movie to watch on like a Sunday afternoon when you got nothing to do, but it's
Yeah,
pretty disposable at the end of the day.
I can understand that. All right, you ready for my 26? I've noticed you have not put any of these movies down. This is a
Yeah,
movie.
I'm ready.
This is one of the franchises, and I don't think either of us have put them on the list yet. So 26 is Iron Man 2.
Ooh,
Yeah, I feel like Iron Man 3 is better. I'm sorry, I just do.
I I do too, and it's fucking hilarious what you're gonna. I'm not gonna spoil anything for you, but explain to me why you don't like it.
I just wait a minute. Wait, okay, let me explain. I just feel like it was just more of a setup movie than Iron Man movie. Set up for the
Yeah,
Avengers. Because Black Widow's really cool in it, but the villains are just Mickey Rourke and I forgot Justin Hammer. I
yeah.
for-
There's really not a lot of action in this either,
yeah, there's like two action sequences.
other than the one on the
The
uh
racetrack.
yeah when Tony Stark gets his suit and all that. That was pretty badass. But that is all I remember.
Yeah, I love the Mark V suit. I've always wanted to do a Iron Man suit ranking, all 50 of them, and that would be amazing to do.
That'd be a pretty cool idea for a video.
Yeah, I want to do that Avengers thing first, though. I was telling you about, but anyways, yeah, Mark V suit, the suitcase suit, the red and silver. That's my favorite, easily
That was
probably.
awesome.
Yeah,
I remember seeing that in the fucking theaters when I was a kid, and I just and they didn't like the rest of the movie.
yeah. Oh
Is
man,
that all?
yeah, that's all.
You're gonna laugh because my number 25 was Iron Man 2.
Oh my god, so close.
Yeah, I'm not. We basically just talked about it. So,
Well, what was your
um,
26?
Ant Man.
Oh, okay, okay. So my
So
25 is
my number.
WandaVision. Oh, my bad, my bad.
No, it's okay. Are you
No, no.
okay if I go quick?
Yeah, yeah, you can go, you can go.
My number 24. You're gonna fucking hate me. Is Spider-Man: Homecoming.
What? No way.
Ah, as a college Peter going or high is he in high school or college? I can't remember.
He's high school.
He's in high school, and I think this movie captures that feel
Yeah,
really well.
yeah.
The only thing that makes me want to watch this movie again is Michael Keaton as Vulture. I thought he was really good.
Yeah.
But you gotta admit, man, there is barely any action in this movie.
Yeah, one of my biggest problems with that movie was I felt like the movie was never ending. Like, there's that Washington scene, I thought that was the end of the movie. There's the ferry scene, I thought that was the end of the movie. Then there's the dance scene, I thought that was the end of the movie. You see what I mean?
Yeah. And those two scenes like aren't bad, but
They're
like
not
there's not
bad.
enough of Spider-Man can't fight, and then him and Vulture get into a little tussle at the end that lasts like a minute, and like they barely even fight each other.
He lifts up a building. That's his greatest feat, probably.
But I do think this movie's strongest suit is the characters, and the writing is pretty good. Like you have that really intense moment when Michael Keaton finds out that he's Peter Parker when he's in the car when they're going to the dance.
Yeah, yeah. That
Like
was
that
really
was a
cool.
really good scene.
Yeah.
But other than that, I just it doesn't hold a candle up to fucking No Way Home or Far From Home for me.
Okay. At 25, I have WandaVision, and we already talked about this. I really have nothing to add to this, to be honest. I did not like the. I will say I did like Monica Rambeau, but what they did with Quicksilver was just terrible. Like, justice for Quicksilver, he needs it.
That could have been the introduction that X-Men needed.
Yeah, and they're still delaying it.
Yep.
Uh, okay. And
But
can I.
you can go next since we talked about that one already.
Yeah, 24, Miss Marvel, the second one you haven't seen. You may want to watch it before Captain Marvel 2, because where it ends, it kind of like sets it up. But as of right now, I don't want to spoil it for you. It's pretty good.
Alrighty.
Your
Um,
23 is
my 23 is Black Widow.
wow.
Yet again, we already talked about this, but I thought the writing was actually really good. I liked the family dynamic they had going on. Um, the third act, I'm kind of 50-50 on, but I do really like this movie because it does feel like it has a Winter Soldier style to it, and I really like that
I know
style.
you like Winter Soldier.
But I thought Yelena was good. I know she's in it more than Black Widow, but both of them together I thought were really good, and I thought this movie would have done a hell of a lot better if it came out, before Infinity War.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, that's all I got to say about that.
23, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Oh, that's low.
Yeah, we're almost in the top 20. But yeah, I feel like it's tonally inconsistent. Like there's juvenile humor, then there's dead bodies. So yeah, I don't really know.
Don't really have anything to say.
No, because it's been a while since I've seen it, and like I'm
It's
also
hard
just
to remember.
I'm also just getting tired. I'll push through though. Don't worry.
Mine 22 is Captain America: The First Avenger.
Okay.
I think this movie was good when it came out. I don't really think it holds up that good.
Yeah, the World War
Um,
II stuff is kind of like okay.
but I do think the ending to this, or is it the ending or the post-credit scene, and he wakes up in New York or whatever?
That's the post-credit scene.
Yeah, I thought that was really well done, but kind of like you with Guardians, I've only seen this once or twice, and it's been a long time, and I don't remember it, and that just kind of makes it forgettable to me.
Yeah, I feel like I think you're right.
But yeah, you can go now.
22, Doctor Strange, the first one.
Oh,
Yeah, I think that Doctor Strange 2 is better.
did you not like the villain in this one?
No, I really didn't. I feel like there was no villain at all.
Hmm.
And they straight up
Is
waste.
you,
Go
was there
ahead.
anything you liked about it or no?
Yeah, there was. I like the origin story, but it felt like it was kind of basic, so But
Yeah,
I did enjoy it. I sorry.
pretty predictable.
Yeah, I'd say so too. But I'm sorry, I'm just getting really worn out. But I'll push through. I promise.
It's all good. It won't be long.
Yeah, we only got
Um,
like 22
we
left.
only got
So.
my 21 is Iron Man 3.
Oh.
Um, I do like this movie. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's bad as people make it out to be because of the twist of Mandarin or whatever.
Yeah.
But the movies above this, I just like my top 20, like I enjoy them all. And Iron Man 3 is one of those movies I can watch every now and then. I can't watch it a lot. Uh, I don't think it has that much rewatchability to it. But I think the action in here, especially the fight on the plane scene, is really good.
Yeah. I have a lot to say about Iron Man 3 when we get to it, but
Oh,
yeah,
I
I
can't wait.
completely agree. I completely agree. But I think it's better than what you think. So
Alrighty.
20
What's your next one?
21 is Captain America: The First Avenger.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't got much to say because you basically already said it, but I don't really like Red Skull in this movie. I think he was done way better in Infinity War and Endgame. I feel like his that's a nice character send off, but
Yeah, they didn't do a lot with him.
they really didn't. I think yeah, there really wasn't a villain in this movie to be honest, besides Red Skull, and I don't know.
I don't blame you. It's like I said, it's a forgettable movie.
Yeah. Okay. What is your 20? What's your 21?
Oh, I'm at 20 right now.
Okay, my 20 is gonna be spicy because you put it pretty low. So, what is your 2020?
Well, before I start, for some reason, my 17, my I wrote down my list, and for some reason, number 17 is blank, and I don't know why.
Oh,
And I'm trying to figure out what movie I had in there, but I guess we'll skip over that one.
sure.
Um, my number 20 is Shang-Chi. I really
Oh,
liked I really liked the first half of this movie, and I thought it was pretty grounded. I really liked the conflict between him and his dad. I thought the fight scenes were good. Um, just the third act when the fucking dragons start coming out and all
yeah,
that,
that's too much.
like it got way too much. I thought if it was just him and his dad fighting and having a little one on one, I thought it would have been a lot better.
I can see that. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
But that's basically all I got to say about it. I've only seen it once, so I got to watch it again.
All right, all right. I can understand that. Uh, 20. Do you really want to know what my 20 is?
Falcon Winter Soldier.
No, I already did that.
Oh yeah,
Wait, hold on.
let her go.
Where is it? Moon Knight. Moon Knight. Yep. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought you'd have more of a reaction.
What
But
number was that? 20?
yeah, 20.
Yeah, that's not too bad of a. I'm surprised it wasn't higher up. I thought you liked it more.
Yeah, it's pretty inconsistent and it's hard to follow the story because he wakes up and it's like, did any of this happen? Like,
Yeah, it just feels like he's Moon Knight, like right out of the gate. Like,
yeah. I love the dynamic between Mark Spector and Steven Grant. I do want to see that Jake Lockley though. Jake Lockley.
is that all you got to add?
Huh?
Is that all you got to add?
Is that why I put it so high? Oh, is that when he goes bad? Kind of. He's like way more of an anti-hero when he's Jake Lockley than he is Moon Knight.
Yeah, I don't know too much about him other than the show.
Moon Knight should have had a Marvel Netflix show, honestly.
I think if they made it to a movie, it would have been a
Yeah.
lot better.
Yeah, and then you like condense the story, but I don't know. 20 Moon Knight. It's whatever.
um, my 19 is Thor: Love and Thunder.
Wow, that's a
Um,
shock.
the only reason I have it there is because I wasn't expecting it to be a serious movie. I knew it was going to be stupid comedy. I do think that Christian Bale does have some really good moments as Gore the God Butcher, but overall, we could have used more God butchering. That would have been nice.
Yeah, I could see that. I understand.
Um, I think I don't know. I like Christian Bale. I liked him as the villain, but I think there could have been a bit more fighting wise. I don't think he was in it. And I actually really did feel the emotion at the end with him and his daughter. I don't know about you, but I actually really liked that part.
I feel like there's a few issues I have with that scene, but yeah, I like how he brought her back. He chose love, and I think that's really
Yeah,
good.
it made the ending different instead of him just dying for no reason.
Yeah.
But
And now
yeah,
we
that's
have
all I got to say.
yep. For 19, I finally have Spider-Man Far From Home.
Ooh,
Yep, I put this lower than Homecoming cuz here's the thing. I feel like the premise for this movie is super weird. It's like really dumb. He gives these glasses to a high schooler who's been dead for 5 years. That makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense. And he names these glasses even dead, I'm still the hero. Or I'm the hero. I do not understand that whatsoever. Why Edith stands for that. It's just really strange to me. And it also makes no sense for Mysterio's motivation.
no.
No, I don't think it does at all. If you get fired from your job, that he just got fired from his job. Most people, that's just arrogant. That's really arrogant.
Yeah, man, that's what villains are at the end of the day.
Yeah, but some have a better motivation than others. But like
Is that
Namor,
it?
no, like Namor has a way better motivation than Mysterio, but he's dead now. So, but yeah, that's it. I'd say.
uh, 18. Curious if you're gonna like this one or not. Doctor Strange.
Nah, I already put it down there.
Yeah, I just put it up because I really like the special effects. The first time I saw this movie, I was blown away by it. Going back and watching it now, not as much because we've seen Marvel do better things. But like as a first time watching it, I loved it. But it's gone down in the ranking definitely. I used to have it a lot higher, but I think the villain could have used a lot more work.
Yeah, the villain. There needed to be a villain in the first place, like a central villain. And yeah, I can
Yeah.
totally understand that.
But yeah, that's all I got to say about Doctor Strange. I didn't want to drag it on too long, so you can go.
At 18, I have Hawkeye, and I think this is very good. However, it's not without its problems.
Did you like Kingpin?
Yeah, I thought he was a cool character, but I don't like what they did with him, and I liked Echo and that stuff, but
I
yeah,
forgot about Echo.
yeah, she's getting her own show next year.
What's with all these fucking shows coming out? Jesus Christ. Um, do you want to add anything or no? Because we kind of talked about Hawkeye
Yeah,
earlier.
we did. I like the Yelena stuff. I love Yelena and Kate. That is the best. Kate's
Like,
Bishop.
I actually like. I thought Kate's Oh my god, what word am I looking for? Like acrobatic style was pretty cool.
Yeah, I just hope that Kate Bishop becomes like. I hope that becomes a major player later on.
That would be cool. I was never a huge fan of Hawkeye, but I don't know. We'll see where it goes.
Yep. I mean, she came home. He came home for Christmas. So, what? You know what's crazy? We have three MCU projects about Christmas. We have a movie that's Iron Man 3, which has Christmas in it. We have Hawkeye, which is around Christmas, and then we have the Guardians Holiday Special, which is literally about Christmas. We have all three types. We have all three types of Marvel content, and they're about Christmas.
Jesus Christ.
I know. I thought that was hilarious when I found that out.
I didn't even think about that either.
Yeah, people forget Iron Man 3 is a Christmas movie because it is.
Wait, what's Spider-Man story?
Huh?
Did you say Spider-Man?
No, Iron Man 3.
Oh, he cut out there. All I heard was man, and I was like, Spider-Man?
No. Spider-Man No Way Home does have some Christmas elements, like especially that end scene.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
um, my
um
17 is Avengers 1.
wow. I am genuinely surprised at that.
It is pretty low. It's not in the top 10, but like the movies above this that are like in my top 10, I can watch a lot. Avengers, when this movie came out, was like and nothing like you've ever seen. You never think you'd see the Avengers in a movie together. That was awesome.
Yeah, this was
Loki was pretty good. I just don't find myself going back and watching it a lot. I don't really have any complaints about it though, if you know what I mean.
yeah, I know what you mean.
But
Like,
yeah, that's really all I got to say about that.
okay. I just talked about this one. Well, we haven't. I didn't go in depth about it, but I mentioned it. Iron Man 3 at 17.
Well, you can go in a little depth if you want.
Yeah, I will. I love the suits. I love that final battle with all the suits. That is like an Iron Man fan's dream come true.
It was awesome.
It was cuz there were just so many cool suits in there. I love it so much. Oh my god, I'm not going to gush over it, but yeah, he lost his suits. I didn't really like how he burned his suits, but he did it for Pepper. And at the end of the day, that's good.
Did she die at the end? I can't remember.
It's a fake out death. They make it seem like she dies, but she doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah, she like falls in like some fire, but she's alive. Yeah. I can see why you'd think that though, since it's been so long since you've seen it. But
Yeah, I've only seen it twice, but I enjoyed it a lot actually. Should watch it again.
oh yeah, this is probably the MCU movie I've rewatched the most besides like an Avengers movie. But yeah,
Yeah.
I really like this one.
Well, I'm happy that you like it that much because a lot of people shit on it for like no reason.
I know I don't mind the Mandarin twist because since it got retconned in Shang Chi, I don't mind it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I forgot he was in that.
It's not even that bad. Like, they, maybe at the time it was, but since they retconned it, it's fine.
um, number 16 for me. I don't know if you'll like me anymore after this.
Okay.
Werewolf by Night.
What?
I like I said before, the rest of these movies I really enjoy. I really, really enjoyed this. I was glued to the screen. I have no complaints about this. I just wish this was like a full movie,
Oh
like
yeah,
another hour.
I could
If
see
there
that.
was another hour added to this, this easily would have been in my top five. But
Oh, it's just too
the
long.
reason the reason it's so low is because I really do feel like we don't get enough of the characters, and I fucking loved every single one of them, even though we were only with them for an hour. I just wanted more of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
I don't have anything negative to say. Um, I love the black and white style. I thought it suited it perfectly. And we actually get a bit of blood because it's in black and white, so they can get away with it.
Yeah, and that's great.
But yeah, nothing. I got nothing negative to say about it. I really, really wish they do something more with this property and make it either a movie or a show.
Yeah, that would be great.
But yeah, what's the next one for you?
16 is Spider-Man: Homecoming.
What did you like about it?
I mean, I like the high school aspect, like you said, and I really enjoyed just most of it. And
Could have been more fighting though.
it could have been what?
Um, 15 for me is Guardians 2. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, okay. Guardians 2. I've only seen this movie twice, and I think one of the more rewatchable ones for me. I think the introduction to Mantis is pretty good. I didn't mind Ego or whatever Peter Quill's dad's name is,
Kurt
but
Russell.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's a beautiful looking movie. I think it looks really good. A lot of the jokes worked for me. I do think it is a bit too long,
Yeah,
but
it is.
overall, it is better than anything we have gotten this phase, other than Spider-Man and Falcon and Winter Soldier, in my opinion.
Wait, Guardians 2?
Yeah.
Guardians 2 is phase 3.
No, I know, I know. I mean, like, I like it better than what everything we've gotten in Phase 4.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
No worries. But yeah, that's all I got to say.
All right, 15. This is another show you had really low. Loki. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just really like this one.
Oh,
All right.
I'm glad you liked it. Don't be sorry.
I mean, I kind of like it, but like, I like all the Loki stuff in it because it's literally called Loki. But I love the introduction of Kang, He Who Remains, and the Ravonna Renslayer thing. Mobius is amazing. So yeah, overall, just really enjoyed it.
I did like that when they met up with Kang, it wasn't like a fight and they got to talk first. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
But is that all you got?
that's all I got.
Number 14 for me is Iron Man.
Iron Man. Oh, the
Um,
first one?
yeah,
Wow. You put Iron Man.
I I like this movie a lot, but my issue with all of the origin stories like Thor and Captain America and Iron Man, I don't find them that rewatchable. Once you've seen it, you've kind of seen it. There's nothing more to it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I can see that.
Um, I thought the boss battle at the end was all right, but the rest
Boss.
of the movie is great. I don't know where we would be if we didn't have this movie because it kickstarted the cinematic universe. Like
Probably
it
wouldn't
was
be
the
talking.
first.
And we probably wouldn't be talking right now if it didn't happen. So,
Yeah, it set everything up. I think that's why, personally, I think that's why people put it a lot like in their top five is because it like it made the MCU what it is today. But I don't think it's that great when it comes to the fight scenes. But that's just me.
yeah. Um, the fight scenes, yeah, I totally agree upon. But for my 14 is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
You liked this movie a lot, didn't you?
Yeah, I think that it was. This is where we're starting to get to where I don't have many problems with these movies like I did the others. And I'm gonna scroll up actually because we are in the top 15 now. But yeah, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I thought it was a crowd pleaser, not as much as No Way Home, but still a crowd pleaser, and I just really enjoyed it.
Oh, I'm glad.
Thank
Did
you.
you? What was your favorite cameo other than Reed Richards?
Oh, other than Reed Richards, probably Black Bolt, and well,
I,
Professor X was leaked, so I'd say Black
I was
Bolt.
just about to bring up Black Bolt. That was cool, but he dies right away.
Yeah, and there's not much to him besides he's cool.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's the same. Did you know that was the same actor from the Inhuman show, that terrible show?
I never watched that. I really wanted to, but I never got around to watching it.
It's really bad. I have not watched it, but I heard it was really bad.
Yeah,
So
I didn't know. I didn't know it was the same actor either.
yeah, it is. You know, he doesn't talk, so it's pretty easy.
Where were we?
We are at 13 now, I think.
My third. Oh, give me a second. My 13 is Thor Ragnarok.
Ooh, okay.
Um, I think this is one of the more rewatchable movies. I think the comedy they do a really good job with mixing the comedy and the action a lot more than Love and Thunder.
Yep.
Um, I just didn't really like Thor's sister as the villain.
I did. I thought that was a very good villain. I thought that was even better than the God Butcher.
Yeah, yeah, she got more screen time too.
Yeah, so I see where you're coming from, but I think that Ragnarok is even better. It totally reinvented the character for the better.
And I do like I think the Hulk is like one of the best versions of himself in this movie.
Oh yeah, I forgot Hulk was in it. But yeah, that's
When him and Thor have that fight in the Coliseum, that was awesome.
oh yeah, that was so cool. And he does the same move he did on Loki, and Loki's like, "Yes, that's how it feels."
I just think Taika Waititi takes a bit too far sometimes with the jokes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I got to say about that.
Okay, so my 13 is also a funny movie, Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one. I have a feeling that 3 is going to be even better than the first one. But
Yeah, I
anyways,
have pretty high hopes for the third one actually.
yeah. It's one of my most anticipated movies next year actually. I don't know if you saw the ranking I sent to you of that last
No,
night.
I saw it.
Oh, okay. But yeah, other than the Ninja Turtles movie, I'm super excited for this one. But anyways, the first one, it's pretty good. It's good. I don't know. These movies are just starting to blend together with me, and now that we've been talking for over an hour, but it's a good movie, and I really like Ronan and just bringing the. Here's the thing. So this movie didn't have to have all those solo movies to bring a team together. All it needed was one movie, and it brought a team together that everybody loves. So
Yeah, I
that's
thought they did it pretty good too.
yeah, they did. They really did. All right,
Do
what
you have
is
anything else?
no?
My number 12 is Guardians, like the first one.
Your number 12 is Guardians. Too. Your number 12 is Guardians. This is
Yeah.
the one I just went over.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think it's like I said before about the other movies, I think it's one of the more rewatchable movies. I definitely felt the death of Groot that sucked.
Yeah, but it's undone really
um
quickly.
and I think this movie does a better job of like just bringing the team together better than Avengers did. I don't know, it's just the way that James Gunn did it. I liked it a lot better.
Yeah, sadly James Gunn is leaving us. So, but
Is he? I
he's
thought he was doing DC and Marvel.
no, no. I mean like DC. No, He's leaving Marvel.
Did you see the Suicide Squad?
Did I see the Suicide Squad?
Like the one that he made that came out last year?
Yeah, no, I didn't see that, but I heard it was pretty good, and I know he's like the head of DC now, so that's what I'm trying to say.
Do you like DC?
Yeah, I love DC. I think it's really good.
Okay. I just know some people like fucking hate it. Like,
No, I don't. I think it's really good.
all right. That's yeah. I don't know. I don't have much to say about Guardians. Everyone knows it's a good movie, and it's definitely one of the better ones that have come out of all the phases. I think.
Yeah. And at number 12, I have Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. You put it pretty well, but I love the villain in this movie. Love the fight scenes. Love the fight choreography. Love the main character. Love the side characters. Just love most of it, pretty much.
Did you like the third act battle, or did you think it was a bit too much?
I thought it was too much, like you said, but I think the dragons were cool looking, but I feel like it was unnecessary. Like we didn't have to have it.
Yeah. Um, my number 11 is Far From Home.
Oh, okay.
Um, I really I understand where you're coming from about Mysterio's motivations, and I do agree. But I think like the illusion scenes and the fight scenes in this are like fantastic. And like, do you remember the illusion
Yeah.
scene?
I remember the elementals: Hydro Man, Sandman,
Ah,
Molten Man, and I
and
forgot.
I really like Jake Gyllenhaal as an actor, and I think he did a good job doing Mysterio. And I really liked the way this movie ended when everyone found out Spider-Man was Peter Parker.
Yeah, it sets up No Way Home perfectly. It literally
Yeah,
takes No Way Home literally picks up where this movie leaves off. So
yeah.
it's
I don't know. I think and I think the special effects are great, and all around, I think the acting is like everyone feels like they're putting in the best effort.
yeah, no, I agree.
But yeah, that's all I got to say about that.
At number 11, you're probably gonna hate me for this. I put Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Ooh, I was expecting it to be lower. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
It almost made the top 10. Almost. If it
Why do you
wasn't
like it?
Okay, I would want to say real quick, if it wasn't for Wakanda Forever, it would be in the top 10. But I will say I did really enjoy the whole Bucky thing, Cap adjusting to the new world, and the whole Black Widow Cap team up. I love how they introduced Falcon. I didn't really care for the Alexander Pierce stuff, but the Nick Fury stuff was cool. I just think most of it was cool, but average.
Yeah. Is that all?
Yeah, that's all. I was taking a drink because my throat's getting sore.
Yeah, mine is too. Fuck, it won't be much longer. Don't worry.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. However long it takes.
What number was I on again?
I think we're on. Did you just do 11?
I'm trying to look at my list, and it's not a. Oh, there we go. I'm on number 10.
Oh my god, we're
Number
in the top
10.
10.
Number 10. Number 10. Guess what it is?
Oh, let me guess.
Uh,
Let me guess. Let me guess. Black Panther 1.
nope. You
Oh.
got one more guess.
Oh, okay. Um, Avengers Age of Ultron.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
You're close. You're really fucking close.
What was it?
My number 10 is Wakanda Forever.
Oh my god.
I
Oh.
really like this movie. I do like Namor. I liked his motivations, but you got to agree with me by the end of the movie it kind of doesn't make sense
Yeah.
because at the beginning he wants to, you know, be friends with Wakanda and then they get into a fight and then they're friends again, but then he's basically turning on them. Like one of the last lines that he says is basically that he's turning on Wakanda after they get what they want from them.
I will say though,
And it,
one. Oh, sorry.
what were you gonna say?
I will say though, one of the things that really makes me like this movie is that they did not kill off Namor. I really
Yeah,
like
I
that.
like that too.
Cause
I
like,
w- I like to see him again.
yeah, I'd love to see him again. But like, yeah, I'm really happy they did that. And what were you gonna say?
I thought they could have done some of the tributes to Chadwick Boseman a bit better. I did think they were good. I liked um how it was all in silence and there wasn't like any music, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But you know what? Now that I think of it, I think they did a pretty good job. Like all they did was show like scenes from the past movies, but like what else are you gonna show, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But this movie just it was a good movie. The fight scenes were good. I could have done without the cops, like that plot line. Um, I just thought, without Chadwick Boseman, it just doesn't feel right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know. I
It
understand.
didn't. I didn't really like Shuri in the first one, and her becoming Black Panther. I didn't really like.
I liked it, and I really like this movie. It's in my top 5, but it
Damn.
yeah, I know, and I can understand where you're coming from, but I do think its movie's highs outweigh the lows.
Okay. What's your number 10?
Thor Ragnarok, and you already went over it, so I'm not gonna. I don't feel the need to really say anything, honestly. Not
Okay.
not because I don't want to, but I feel like you put it so well that I don't need to.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. What's your number 9?
Age of Ultron.
That's the first. You're the first person I've seen who put Age of Ultron higher than the first one and in the top 10.
Hey, that's the beautiful thing about opinions.
Yeah, I like it
Um,
though.
I like the fight scenes. I like Ultron a lot. I think I kind of like him a bit better than Loki in the first first Avenger movie. And It's a very rewatchable movie for me. It's one of the only Marvel movies I don't have like the physical DVD version of it, but I think the fight scenes are awesome, and I love Vision and Ultron going back and forth. That made the movie for me.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah, that's all I gotta say.
All right. For my number 9, I put Werewolf by Night.
It
Loved this so much. I love it so much. They need to do
was
more.
very unique.
Yes, and that's good. I love the uniqueness, and I think that I just love it. I don't want to talk too much about it before I start gushing, but I, I love. I think the main character is quirky, just like I feel he reminded me of Moon Knight a lot, but in a good way. And yeah,
Yeah,
I like the main character. I love the main character. Love the Man Thing stuff. Love the werewolf stuff. I feel like the werewolf should have been in it more. Is my only gripe with it. But other than that, it's a perfect special.
and especially when they make you like all the characters so fast.
Yeah, yeah.
My number 8. You're gonna hate me for this. Drum roll, please. Eternals.
What?
I I think the reason I liked this movie so much was because I had no expectations. I didn't have any hope. I didn't know if I was gonna like it or not. And I thought the group of characters they brought were really good. I liked the writing, and most importantly, the very last scene of the movie, like how it ends. I love the way they handled it, and I love when movies do that and just leave you off on a big cliffhanger. I didn't like the post credit scene though. I didn't like that.
Yeah, with Star Fox and Blade.
Yeah, because Blade's like not even in it.
He's just like, Are you sure about that?" And that's all they say.
But I really liked it. I thought Icarus's powers were cool. I know he's a knockoff of Superman, but I found this movie a bit more grittier and violent than the other movies, and I think that's why I liked it so much. And I actually cared about the characters.
Okay, that is interesting. That is an interesting opinion. At number 8 is are we at 8 now? Oh my god, we're at 8, are we?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's almost over. No, not because of you, just because I am so tired.
No, it's okay.
It's not because of you, I swear. Black
That's all
Panther
good.
the first Black Panther at 8.
Did you like Killmonger?
Oh yeah, love Killmonger. Love Killmonger.
Definitely one of the better villains.
Oh, for sure.
Do you want to explain, or are you too tired?
I'll go super. How about we go super in depth in our top fives? But
Okay.
I'll go a little in depth. Um, I just think that Killmonger was really good. I love the T'Challa and Shuri dynamic. All the side characters are really good, and yeah, that's just kind of how I feel about this one.
uh, I think it's definitely one of the better movies, like out of all of them.
Oh yeah, yeah, you haven't talked about this one yet, have you?
No.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
my number my number 7 is Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Wow, that is
I
a
really like this show. I've watched it twice. Other than the Flag Smashers, I like everything about it. I think the dynamic with Bucky and Sam is awesome, especially that scene where they get to throw the shield together. That was really cool. And I think they dive into Bucky's character a lot deeper. And I thought it was really good. I thought it was a lot more characterization over action. And I thought the action was really good because it reminded me of the Winter Soldier, which I really like.
Oh, I know you do. But yeah, I,
But
I totally agree on that stuff, but the Flag Smasher stuff really weighs this down for me.
I don't think they're, for me personally, I didn't feel like they were in it enough. If they
Yeah.
were in it more, I think it would have weighed down the show for me. But I don't know. The fight scenes and the chemistry and the writing and the acting and the music was fucking awesome.
I think the best score was for Marvel movies is Age of Ultron. I love that like do
Oh yeah,
do 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 do.
we'll never replicate that. And Infinity War, fuck.
Yeah, Infinity War score.
But bro, when John Walker kills that guy, it was fucking so cool. Oh
Yeah, not that the guy dies, but just the
yeah.
yeah. It's just you know.
What's your number 7?
Well, it's also has something to do with Captain America. Captain America: Civil War.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
Oh yeah, you haven't talked about this one either. Yeah, I really liked it. I love the dynamic between Steve and Tony in this one, and Steve. I just love all the relationships in this movie, all the friendships, all of that, all of it really comes to a head in this movie because the Avengers really split up in this movie, and I love it so much.
And you actually feel like they're splitting up for real too. Like,
Yeah, like the Civil War in the comics did it really good. Did you know there's a Civil War 2 in the comics?
no, I didn't.
Oh, so it's super bad actually. It's so unnecessary. Do you want to know a little bit about it?
Yeah, sure.
So it's Captain Marvel versus Iron Man, and they have a disagreement about some inhuman kid who like has these visions or something about things that happen. Hulk dies, and they just it's really dumb. I don't want to
It's
talk
like
about it too much.
sounds like it's all over the place.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, and at the end, Iron Man's left in a coma. Like Captain Marvel puts him in a coma, and that's just I don't like it at all. But yeah,
No.
this movie no not the movie, the Civil War 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the movie is really good, and so is the first Civil War 1. But yeah, that's what I thought about that. And number 6, what do you have?
Black Panther.
Wow, just outside of the top 5.
I saw this movie fucking 4 times in the theaters. That's how much I liked it.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. I think if I watched it a bit less, I think it would be a bit higher. But the first time I watched it, man, I just absolutely loved it. I loved the just going to Wakanda for the first time was amazing. Um, Faking Black Panther's death, I thought was a really good move, even though you know he wasn't actually going to die. And Killmonger was great, and I thought the third act can be a bit too much, but I think they make it more tolerable than Shang-Chi did.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It,
And
it's
I love the fight scenes. I love all the gadgets. The soundtrack of the movie, like the score and the music, is just phenomenal.
I agree. I agree.
But yeah, that's what I got to say about Black Panther.
Oh man, I am probably gonna pass out on the floor when we're done. But at 6, I got the first Avengers. I feel like the first half of this movie just drags on, but when you get to that final battle, it's all downhill it's all uphill or downhill from
Oh
there.
yeah,
What?
I think the first act really drags. That's what it brought down for me.
Yeah, I understood that reference.
But there's so many good moments in the final battle that you can't replicate.
Yeah, you just can't. Like you can't do that. You can't have a basic army where the Avengers just fight them for some reason. You can't do that again.
No,
And I
it
really
was just you just had to be there.
yeah. Yeah, I don't really. Yeah. You got me speechless. But yeah, top 5 time. What is your number 5? I think we can kind of go really in depth for these.
My number 5 is Winter Soldier.
Wow, I thought it was gonna be number 1.
No, no. I do like this movie. I do agree with you. There is a couple of like I agree with you exactly on what you said about the negatives. Like the whole Hydra thing could have been avoided.
Yeah, it really could have been.
But other than that, I think the score is great. Like the other movies, the Bucky and Sam. Oh my God, the Bucky and Steve relationship is greater than ever. Them going against each other. I thought the Winter Soldier was a force to be reckoned with in this movie. And I think the guy that plays the Winter Soldier just sold it so good. And I love the atmosphere of the movie and the setting. I think that is what really does it for me. It makes it really gritty, pretty violent, and the action is probably one of the best fights. Like all around, this has the better fight scenes I think in the MCU when it comes to like being realistic.
Yeah, I agree. I really do agree. I think that I think that it's honestly me that I don't like this movie, and or I do like it. I like it a lot, but I don't know. Like you might have swayed my opinion on it. It might change over time. You never know, but we'll see.
Yeah, you got to watch it again.
Oh yeah, I have to watch it again. I'm watching everything again. But at
What
number
what's
5,
your number five?
Iron Man, the first one.
Woo!
Yeah, um, I just really enjoyed it. I think you pretty much talked about this one already, so sorry, but I'm not gonna go too in depth. But the villain kind of set a stereotype, but
But like I said, it kickstarted the whole cinematic universe. So
yeah,
where would we be without
yeah, like we would not be here talking if it wasn't for this movie. So like, you know,
it? I'm literally looking at the DVD right now. I'm like, fuck, I haven't watched any of these deleted scenes or anything.
yeah, I never watched deleted scenes because it's like, oh man, this could have been in the movie. What if this was in the movie?
I really like Terrence. I thought fucking Terrence Howard would have been a good pick for War Machine, but I guess not.
Yeah, I guess. Well, he wanted more money, and they said no, no, and he was like, okay, then I'm out.
um, my number four is Civil War.
Wow. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we have the same top three movies in our top three.
Oh, we might, but the order might be switched around. Who
The
knows?
order's probably going to be switched around, but I think we might actually maybe we'll see. All right, you go ahead. Go ahead.
But yeah, it's Civil War, man. The story was great. They shouldn't have ruined Spider-Man in the trailer, though.
I know that was not good. Could you imagine the theater?
Other than that, you got great fight scenes,
Yeah,
great banter between the characters. I really like. I think the third act in this movie is easily my top three when it comes to like final battles. Like the Winter Soldier against Iron Man and Captain America was awesome in my opinion, and the airport fight scene was amazing. Just seeing everyone go at it.
yeah, yeah. I completely agree. I love the airport fight scene. That really brings the Avengers to a head, and I hope they do. I hope they do something like this, but at the same time, I don't hope they do something like this again. I want to see the Avengers be broken up and fight each other. That would be
Yeah,
epic.
but we got to do it in a different way though.
Yeah, not Civil War 2.
I actually really like Zemo too. I didn't mind him.
Yeah, Zemo was cool, but yeah, so my 4 is Black Panther. Oh, did you have anything else to add?
No, I just think Civil War is one of those movies you'll never get to see again.
Yeah. Yeah,
But yeah, what were you gonna say?
my 4 is Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
That's a good. I was curious if it was gonna be in your top three or not.
No, it almost was, but then I realized I like the other 3 movies better. And I mean,
Yeah,
I
what were you gonna
just
say?
I just think it was very good. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, did I interrupt you? My bad.
No, no, no. I interrupted you.
Oh, okay. Um, yeah, like Wakanda Forever. I feel like Namor's motivation was good. The villain was fantastic, and I love how he tried to defend his people. And yeah, like I personally like Shuri as the Black Panther, and I think that Ramonda, her mom, deserves an Oscar for her performance.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I completely left her out. She was terrific.
Yeah, she was amazing. Like she deserves an Oscar for that.
And the one thing about this movie, I don't mean to cut you off, but it actually felt like they were also sad, like we were, that
Yeah, yeah,
Black Panther wasn't there.
yeah. Like, it, yeah, it sucks that he's not there, but they were able to craft a great story without him, and honestly, I think that's beautiful that they that
Oh
they
yeah,
they still push through. And we'll miss him, but Black Panther may be dead, but the mantle lives on. So
I do think there is another actor out there that can play him, but I don't know
yeah,
what they're. I guess they're just gonna keep a girl Black Panther for now.
until his son ages up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh,
yeah, top
Um, my number
three.
three. Do you want to take a guess?
Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Yeah, you got.
We have the same top three, or we have the same three.
The only thing I didn't like about this movie is I think the first act takes a while. I know you gotta have build up,
Yeah.
but I didn't find the first act to be too interesting. But once he finds Green Goblin on the bridge, everything from there is great. I think William Dafoe's acting as Green Goblin is great. Um, I don't know why they showed him in the trailer. I thought that was stupid.
Honestly, if they showed no villains in the trailer, then I don't think as many people would have gone to see it. Like if they
I
just
know, but think about the surprise. Like,
I
oh,
know, but still,
it
imagine.
should have showed like Electro, not Green Goblin.
Yeah, don't show Green Goblin. Show like Sandman, Electro, and Lizard, because nobody really likes them too much at the
No,
time. But Doc Ock and Green Goblin, people love those characters. So like, oh man, it's just
yeah.
yeah,
Um, what was I gonna say? I think no one was 100% sure if Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield were going to be in this. And when they came in, it just completely caught me off guard
yeah,
because I wasn't thinking about them being in the movie. I didn't want to get my hopes up. So I was just like casually watching the movie and they showed up and I was like, oh my God.
yeah. This was my number one, but then I realized this movie has a bit of problems, while some not very minor problems, while the other two really just don't.
Yeah. But this is the last thing I have to say. The one thing I hate about Marvel fans is no one liked. Did you watch The Amazing Spider Man? Like, did you like it?
I liked the Amazing Spider-Man 2 more than most people did.
Yeah, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 I thought was awesome.
I
And no one ever gave Andrew Garfield like good acting credit until he came into No Way Home.
yeah,
And now everyone wants to see him. I'm like, come on.
yeah. I us real fans who liked him at the start wanna, yeah, like come on. I agree with you
Yeah.
on that.
But that third act was great with everyone. I wish Tobey Maguire and like Green Goblin got to have a bit more conversation, but that Tom Holland fight scene with Green Goblin was awesome.
Yeah,
And I really like the way the movie ends. Like Aunt May's dead,
yeah. So
and
he's just got a he's solo now.
he's solo, and everyone forgets about him.
Yep.
And I thought Doctor Strange in this movie, especially in the third act, like I thought he brought a very reasonable performance and motivation for just being there and helping Peter. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, I like that too. All right.
It felt it felt so epic, man. Like,
Yeah, it was. And so did these other two movies. All right, this is the big difference maker. Let's see if we have the same top three. My
all
two.
right,
All right, let's say it at the same time. My number two is Avengers Endgame.
oh, mine is too.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
It,
What is?
originally, I had it a bit lower, but I put it back at number two because I rethought about it, and
All right, this is your channel. This is your stuff. You can talk about these two movies.
okay. Well, I think Endgame yet again is another movie you're never going to see again. There was lightning in the bottle, and it does have some issues when it comes to them bouncing planet to planet. But overall, dude, that third act was great.
Yeah, it
And
was.
the only thing I didn't like was it was kind of the old version of Thanos that we had. It
Yeah,
wasn't because they go back in time. It wasn't like the Thanos from Infinity War, which makes me wonder: is there another variant of Thanos still out there?
probably.
But overall, dude, everything was building up to this. I think when Captain America, like I saw this in the IMAX theater, and when Captain America caught Thor's hammer, the fucking crowd just went insane.
They did.
Oh, dude, it was nuts. Everyone was just jumping out of their chairs, like yelling, clapping. It was awesome.
Oh wow. Yeah, I don't
But
really have those experiences in theaters besides Doctor Strange 2, so I'm glad you had that
oh,
experience.
yeah, it's a good feeling.
Oh yeah.
But great fight scenes. I really like Scott Lang in this movie a lot more than I do in the Ant-Man movies, and everyone gets enough screen time. You know what I mean?
Except for the dead characters. Or the characters who
Yeah,
were dead at the beginning.
and then they come in for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, and you
that's
really
the
don't.
only that's the only shitty part about watching Infinity War again is like everyone comes back.
Yeah.
Like even though Infinity War is my number one, imagine if Infinity War ended with Infinity War and like they didn't make anything else after that.
I know, that would have been the best move. That would have been, oh my god, that would have been. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. That would have been
But
something.
I think they easily could have kept Black Panther dead. They didn't have to bring him back,
Yeah, like,
especially because he's not alive anymore.
yeah, but yeah, I
But
totally,
yeah,
I agree with everything you said. I don't have anything to add. So, it looks
what's your
like.
thoughts on Infinity War?
Oh, my thoughts on Infinity War. I really enjoyed it. It's my favorite movie of all time. It has been for a while, ever since it came out and I saw it. I got a surprise that we were going to see it, and yeah, that's what I think about Infinity War. I love all the characters, love Thanos, love just everything about it.
Yeah, Thanos' motivations are pretty good, and I think this obviously is the best Marvel movie, not only because of the high stakes, but dude, the fucking fight scenes of Thanos are
Yes.
just on another level. And
See,
I don't think I've ever felt the stakes so high in a movie before. Like it was awesome.
yeah. Well,
And when Spider-Man died, I got to be honest, I cried.
I felt that in my gut personally.
But everyone knows how good Infinity War is. We don't really have to explain it too much.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna pass out once I hit the stop recording button. But and yeah, I
Well,
promise.
don't forget to send me this recording.
No, I will. But I promise we've been recording the entire time.
No, I know.
Imagine
All
we went
right,
through
well,
this entire thing without recording it.
that would fucking suck.
I
But
know.
thank you for stopping by and sharing your ranking. Hopefully, we do another ranking soon. That'd be cool.
Yeah, of course. I'd love to do it anytime. Just hit me up.
I will. But before you pass out, send it to me so I can post it for tomorrow.
All right. Goodbye.
All right. See ya.